cost you a little bit. I'm for real, it's gonna cost you more than a little bit, it's gonna cost you.
Donnie Houston.
Yeah, man, it's going down. This is Donnie Houston Podcast. I am Donnie Houston. Check it out, man. We got a very special guest, man, representing that Northside. You know what I'm saying? Original member of that Swisha House, man. Legendary. A.D. Green. What's going down, man?
Man, just an honor, man, just to be amongst the living, man, to be in the legendary hive with Donnie Houston, you know what I'm saying?
I forgot. I forgot to also say he's the only person I know that popped trunk on the elementary kid. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, you know, man.
Legendary line. You know what I'm saying? Classic line.
One of the oldest lines, man, in the Swishahouse, man, and it's still today. You can still have dudes pulling up on me like, hey, man, you remember that song, man, or that line? Everywhere I go, man, I always talk about that line, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man.
Yeah, but yeah, man, like you say, man, you back, you know what I'm saying, amongst the living, you know what I'm saying, my dog fresh out of that system, man, all the way, you know what I'm saying, 100% free. What's going down, man?
Big facts, man. It's just been a steady grinding, man, just trying to get what's due to me, man, what's deserved, man. And really, when you think about it, it's really just destiny, you know, man. So sometimes I just sit back and just look how everything unfolds. Because when you putting hard work in, man, everything manifests itself out. So just to sit back and look at the work like, damn, man, look, you was just in the cell, you know what I'm saying, on 3-row R-line. Shout out to my bros on lock, man. So just to come from now, to get out, man, and hit the ground running, man, it's a beautiful thing, man. I don't take it lightly, man. I'm blessed to have another opportunity in life to just be able to do what I love, man, and what I'm supposed to be doing, man. So yeah, that's what's up, huh?
Yeah, that's a blessing for real. Cause I mean, you came home early, you got off everything early. You know what I'm saying? What cause it was originally what? How many years was it?
Man, the judge said 50 years at first, man. When I was in the courtroom, she threw the book at me, huh, Donna? She told me, man, that I had 50-year sentence, and I was like, did I hear what you just said? You said 50 years? So yeah, man, at first, man, they hit me with a 50. By the grace of God, man, I did like 3.5 and went back on appeal and was able to give it back. You know what I'm saying? I gave 30 of it back. And you know, man, like I know, man, the system is against us. So if you try to stand trial, I stood trial twice. And it's like almost like, man, what you gonna do? Because if you play with them folks, man, they gonna give you something that you probably can't do.
Yeah.
So I just felt, man, I took with the best thing that was possible for me and my family and my team, man. And here it is, man, 14.5 years later all together. Man, you know what I'm saying, still a blessing to be out.
That's a blessing, man, yeah.
Some brothers don't make it out of there, Donnie, man, you know what I'm saying? So it's just, man, like I said, I don't never take nothing lightly, man, because I got a lot of homies that died and passed away. It's a lot of things going on behind the walls, man, and your two biggest fears is just let me make it home, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you got niggas doing like life sentences, stacked on stack, ain't never going home, you know what I'm saying? So just to be able to get another opportunity, but when at first they say, hey, nah, you got 25 to even come up, that's not saying that you're gonna make parole.
That's what I was gonna say. What goes through your mind, and what does that feel like when somebody says 50 years, we finna put you away for 50 years? I can't even imagine. Me, at that time, you ain't even live, probably half of that badly.
No, I left when I was 24 years old, man, so do the math. So when I was really trying to register, this shit didn't register till like later. That lady just gave me 50 years, man. And I lose everything that I once had. You lose your whole life. Your humanity is degraded. You're a lesser of a man. You know what I'm saying? When you in prison, that's the way they look at you. You ain't nothing but a number. So, man, it been nights, man, when I just had to wake up and just like, I can't do this, man. This ain't my life, you know what I'm saying? So, man, sometimes, like I say, reality hits, you really stuck in that cell and you really got 50 years, according on paper. So, I think for me, man, I just had to stay motivated. I had to think positive. I had to speak things into existence, because that's when I became a little spiritual and found myself a little bit. Because at first, you know what I'm saying, I was deaf, dumb, and blind, didn't know, you know what I'm saying, the seriousness about, life. Mm-hmm. So for me, man, I had to hit rock bottom. When I hit rock bottom, man, it was able to be aware and wake up. So I just applied myself, man, in the most positive way if I could, and just to remind myself, man, this ain't your life. You going home. You know what I'm saying? And I had to pep talk myself like so many times when I didn't want to get it together. It's like, dang, man, how you know the doubts keep seeing.
Right.
Like, man, you ain't finna go home, and then you got so much negative energy around you.
Is it when you in there? Is it people telling you that, like, man, you ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You tripping? You know what I'm saying? You on some other whatever.
Exactly.
So you got to fight through all that.
Facts.
On top of just yeah.
Because it's like so many negative people, they'll base their situation because they got to do a life sentence or they got their parole shut down.
Project that onto you, yeah.
So they like, nah, them folks ain't gonna do that for you, man. You gonna look, this was gonna happen. They shot my appeal down. You gonna do this here. But me, and this says ever since I was younger, man, I always look, man, hey, they might happen for you. They ain't gonna happen for me. And I always remain positive, man. So I saw my end result from the beginning. It all starts with the mind. If you can see things in your mind's eye, you can see everything unfolding. So for me, man, everything unfolded, and I could see the finish line, like me really getting out and me giving my time back. And dream killers would like to take all that from you, man. So I just tried to stay positive, man, and just keep, stay spiritual, man, and, stuff like that, man. That's how I made it through, man. And mama prayers, big mama prayers, grandmas, aunts, all your relatives, man. Prayer really matters, man. So those prayers came to fruition.
Yeah.
So here I am, man, on legendary, couch of Donnie Houston, man.
Yeah. Now I appreciate you coming, man. So, man, because we finna circle, because you said a whole lot just now, and we gonna circle into all this, because you said I lost my way, you know what I'm saying? We talked about grandma, mom, all that. So when you were coming up, being raised, were you raised with, was it mom, grandma? Like, how were you coming up? And what part of the north side exactly?
Acres home to be exact, man. 44 ways, man, get paid. I just growed up on the north side, but on my dad's side, his family was from Trinity Garden. And also from Louisiana. So I had like a little bit of, all that mixed, but I'm a Houstonian to death, you hear me? But when I was growing up on the north side, man, my mom and dad, they was together, but, things happen in the household, man, where, your parents might not stay together. They might have to co-parent. So as a youngster, me learning that being raised more by a single mother and to find my way and to try to understand things, because mama can't show you or teach you.
Right.
So You sitting outside and you watching all the dope boys, you watching all the gangsters, you in the hood like
really
that.
trying to figure it out,
I see them boys, they shine and they get money. They always got the nicest girls and cars, so jewelry. So for me, man, it was more like me being curious, man. Well, mama, they tried to keep us in the highs, but that's only could go on for so long, especially when you raised by a single mother, but they do the best that they can. So, yeah, I'm more closer to my mother. I shout out to my old man also. He did what he can do, whatever. Granny, she was there. She was a backbone too, And so just to have that support, but then, you always, it's things in life, man, that we just, as growing up as human beings, man, we got to go through trial and error. So, I was hard-headed, man. So I would tell me, stay away from that, don't do that. I'll go out there, get out there, So, especially when you're a product of the environment, man. But I also believe that you can change the environment as well as you being in the environment. But, for when you look at the numbers and the
9 times out of 10, you'll be influenced before you influence.
Facts.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
So that's what happened to me, man. And I started, running the streets and learning, finding my way, man. And,
See what aspect of the streets do you start getting in? Because, the north side, y'all, y'all had this, y'all had the car theft thing going on, you know what I'm saying? And then, of course, this H time, so everybody hustling in the streets, selling dope or whatever, you know what I'm saying, however they getting it.
Man, in those eras, those days right there, Donnie, man, I grew up in the jacking era, man, where it was kind of like north and south was segregated, but also it was kind of like dying down, like when I started doing music, and we'll get into that. But so I watched a little all of that, on the north side, this is what they did, and I used to admire like my trip to the south side, R.I.P. DJ Screw. That's when the Astroworld days was going on, you know what I'm saying? And we would ride the bus. The 44 on the south side, they're like, man, that's the south side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Herman Park, that's when y'all used to pull out and outdoor military aid and all that back in the gap. See, I'm throwback a little bit too, but the new youngsters, man, I gotta lace them up, lace their shoes up. But Yeah, man, that's what around the Astroworld days or whatever, man. And I was used to see them boys on that south side shining, man. I'm talking about coming down, looking
With them
nice,
slabs, yeah,
Candy
yeah.
Red hits and Candy Red. Then I used to, jamming my first group tape. I jammed was 3 in the morning.
No shit.
And when I first heard it, it did something to me, man. It was like, man, you hear this, man? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I used to catch DJ Screw on the radio also, Now, back then we had the Walkmans and you want to record
Yeah, yeah,
because they
yeah.
didn't really play Screw. It was just not starting to spread, you know what I'm saying?
mhm.
Especially in the city, but y'all been part of the culture, but we was just starting to get on also in the city of Houston in the mid-90s and stuff like that. So, just to see what y'all had going on, man, that kind of like, you know what I'm saying, like that sparked my interest, man. Well, hey, man, I see them boys coming down. I want to come down and, you know what I'm saying, and then the Northside, they would come down too, but, we didn't play the game foul like that, so we won't, you know what I'm saying, so that was all that era, man, where it was a lot of beef and animosity amongst each other. Oh, you from that side, or you from that side, so you had something to do with his swingers getting stole, or nah, know what I'm saying? So that's how you can stand the miss, man, and that's what the segregation of the city was back now, man. And just to see it right now, man, it's a beautiful thing, man, that everybody, like,
It's like it's like it never existed almost, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Until you start talking about it, but it ain't no traces of that shit no more, yeah.
Yeah, it's love now, man.
Yeah.
Today's time, man, like Big Pokey even said it like in the early 2000s, and I think it was Dope Game 2000, where he said somebody, ain't no North or South, we gonna ride for the house.
Yeah.
So, and then when Slim did the Braids and Fades, they
Yeah.
kind of like really just, him and ESG kind of like just, got the gap together right there, man. And so yeah, like back to what you were saying, man, it was just basically, just being a part of the coach and wanting to be a part of the coach, man, looking up to that, man, what the boys were doing, man.
Yeah, yeah. So how early did you start getting into the rapping and all that?
Man, it started back in the 90s, done it, when, remember we had the sound waves back then,
Yeah.
where you can go in,
Mm-hmm.
and I was a little baby, so I used to like sneak on the weekend, and I want to hear all the music, all the undergrounds, all your
Yeah.
Criminal Elements, all your Ghetto Boys, man, all your Point Blanks. I want to hear all of that. You know what I'm saying? So I was more like trying to like, you know what I'm saying, just curious, man, and like to the H-Town culture and sound. Back then, you had your Gangsta Nips and you had your the Fifth Ward Boys, and you know what I'm saying. It was a different era, but that music right there, man, is really what kind of inspired me. You can't forget, like I say, Scarface, man. He was one of the artists that really just had me just want to just, rap and mimic what they was doing over there at the camp. So it like, I remember when he had put out that song with him and Ice Cube, homie, I want to say, I forgot exactly the title of it. It was me, my brother, we would rehearse it, and it would be Scarface and his Ice Cube.
Oh, he's saying, leave that song.
That is. He said something about Jesse James and something on that song. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we would try to like, mimic, I'm Face and you rap Ice Cube, man. So, and you better not miss the verse, or you gonna fight, you know what I'm saying? So it's how I started right there, man, as a kid, man. But I want to say more than anything, the culture and everything that H-Town had to bring is really what sparked my interest, man. Because back then, people didn't know, though, I was kind of like, I was a fast rapper back then. That's when the Bone Thugs era and all that was there. So I would take what H-Town was doing and try to rap it fast, My murder was whipping and stepping, we coming, you know what I'm saying? Something like, but to see the screw culture hit us and to surface it and just, we come up with our own style and our own lingo. And it's like when I used to hear Lil Key or Big Poke or, how DJ Screw or R.I.P. Fat Pat and Big Hawk, that was my bro. So just to see them do it, it's like, yeah, that's why I'm supposed to be right there. That's why I want to be. I want to rap the way they rapping. So that's when your freestyle started. And that's when we, you know what I'm saying, as far as like, when we started forming the Swisha House, it was more like the South Side was already doing they thing, freestyling, whatever, but it's like, okay, since I look up to them, I'm gonna freestyle, I'm gonna do it this way though. So that's what inspired me, man, just listening to the other, the city, man, the coaches. There's so many names, I can't say too many names, but to point out some names, I gotta throw Scarface in now, and I gotta throw, with everything that Screw them did, man, the whole camp. big house, big key, man.
Yeah.
So that's.
So when do you actually? Because I mean, Watts becomes that for y'all on Northside. But how early do you meet Watts and like get over to the Swisha House? And when you get over there, who's all over there at that time? You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Around that time, that's when we was doing the teen local parties, and you had your DJs like Michael Watts, Ron C, OG Ron C. Shout out to Michael Watts, OG Ron C. They would have this little spot called the All Star.
Heard about the All Star, yeah.
And the All Star was more like, man, everybody from the North gonna come, but it was more like a high school team thing, but everybody comes. So, man, just to see, the crowd and the energy, and then you had DJ like Mike Watts, he was like, okay, I'm gonna cut a freestyle on for somebody. I'm gonna pick somebody who I think it can wreck the mic. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like open mic thing.
Yeah.
How they doing nowadays? It's kind of modernized. But now back then, you just get a mic and you just go for it. It ain't nothing wrote or rehearsed or nothing. So I got my opportunity, man, because everybody.
How old are you at this time, though? My bad.
At that time, Donnie, I happened to be like 17. I was 17, and I still remember it like it was yesterday. It's the braids. I'm talking about I had a little job on the side, just doing little teen things. So I can remember, man, and we were going at All Star, and it would be so lit, so packed, and they would like they would want to know like who gonna represent they neighborhood. So they like, oh, you from Makers Home, go get AD. You know what I'm saying? So back then, the crowds, people were rapping crowds, done it. Almost like how the boroughs is on the south, on New York, up north. So we were rapping crowds, and it's all about who got the most energy, crunk or whatever. So that's how I started, done it. And they gave me the mic, Michael Watts and them, put me on stage, and the history was in the making, man. So
No shit.
that's how it started for me, man.
Man, okay, so from that point on, what does Watts say? Like, does he welcome you to the Swisha? He invites you to the Swisha House, or to his crib to record, or like, what happens after that?
That's funny that you said that, because Watts gave me his number that night and told me to come by there. But as a kid, you can't believe it. Like, Watts want me to come by there, so he gave me the number. But it's like at the time, I was still like, I too young to drive, like do what I do. But I still, I'm gonna find a way, you hear me? When I gotta come through in the tink or whatever. So anyway, man, I'm gonna give credit, man. So I gotta give credit to Slim Thug, man, cause he was one of the first ones to show me where the Swisha House was at. And when he was rapping, before I even started rapping on the CD, and it was crazy because we all kind of clicked and was like cool at the time because he went to Ike too.
That's what I'm gonna say. He showed you, so you knew him prior to y'all all going to the Swisha House.
Right. So me and him was pretty cool right before I even started grabbing the mic. So one day he was like, "Hey man, you been to the Swisha House?" I'm like, "Nah, I ain't never been." He said, "Man, I'm finna take you." So man, I lit up like, hell yeah, let's go. So that's
this
what
after
happened.
you not calling Watts.
Yeah, this is before I even called Watts.
Okay.
And I think I saw him around again. He told me come to the house or whatever, but Slim was the first one to show me where the house was versus like Watts telling me to come to the house. Now I know where it's at. You ain't gotta tell me to come. I'm coming now, you hear me? So he showed it to me, man, and that's what happened. I happened after that, next couple of days, something like that, I had saw 50-50 Twin and this little fella named Big Mark, and we was riding down Gut Bank. I was riding down Gut Bank. At the time, I had a link basket like Fat Pat. Mine was white, and I didn't have the 4. I had the 3s on there, you know what I'm saying? But I still was live, you feel me? But I come and pick them up and say, hey, I say the same thing Slim told me. Like, hey, what y'all doing? Y'all want to come to the Swisha House? You know what I'm saying? So,
Wait. So when Slim takes you though, because now you know where it's at.
Yeah.
When Slim takes you, what happens when you go over there?
Well, we just rolled by there and watched.
Oh, he was just showing you.
Yeah, he was showing me where it was at. Kind of like on some tour stuff. Like, okay, here's Rosewood. That's the Swisha House. So it was all new to me because, first of all, I ain't never been in this side of town in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying?
How far is Rosewood from Makers Home?
Man, that's like about 30 minutes.
No shit?
Yeah, it's about a 30-minute drive, man.
I'm going to have to link up with one of y'all and have y'all ride me through the Northside and show me around there because I don't really know, like, you know what I'm saying?
That house still is there, yeah. Yeah, I would most definitely like to take you on a tour, man. Same way with the South. It's a lot of places I ain't been. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, we can do that for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hell yeah.
that'll probably be live. We can record it or something. That should be live.
No
as
doubt.
hell. Yeah.
We'll get together. Good idea, man. So yeah, man. So Watts was happening one night. We at his house this time, and I told them to ride with me. Y'all want to go, but they thought the nigga was probably just talking until I showed up at that big house. It was a real house. You know what I'm saying? They're like, that's the Swisha House, a real house? I'm like, yeah, there go his car right there. We going in. And I already had like some other rappers there at the time. He had Big Tiger. I want to say Lil Pat was already doing a CD or something. So we're like, yeah, I'm here now, so we're finna get it in. Watts told me to come, so yeah. So that's how it all happened, man. Matter of fact, my first CD, Final Chapter 99. And that's when we recorded it that day. It was me, 50-50 Twin, this little fella named Big Mark, and Big Tiger, and all us just freestyle that night, man.
Nah, Final Chapter 99, that was kind of a big tape for the Swishahouse. I remember that. I remember that, yeah.
See, back then, y'all had the great tapes. We had our little tapes too, mimic, Southside or whatever, man. We got to give homage and pray that. So we had our little tapes, but the tape gonna have more than the CD gonna have on there. You know what I'm saying? The tape was a little longer than, 60 minutes or whatever. But the CD will just have this and this. That was back in the day for the, internet went bubbled and all that, but yeah. So basically, yeah, man, that's what it was, man. And once I crashed that tape, that CD, Final Chapter 99, I was solidified, man.
So how does it go? Like, because I ask everybody this about Screwed Up, how you become Screwed Up Click? Is it Watts saying, all right, you switch your house now, or is it just more so you just being welcome back now and it's kind of like understood type thing?
Well, it's more like, do you fit the brand? Can you show up and wreck every time? When you prove yourself, that's when you become Swishahouse. So for me, it's like every time they gave me that mic, I'm finna spit that gas. I'm finna spit this fire. I'm gonna let them remember me. So I had to prove myself, because you gotta understand, you had a pinnacle, man, almost like a pyramid. You had Slim, you had Lamario, you was out, you had Tiger, Pete. So they was already, stamped. So it's like, okay, you knew you gonna come in and, okay, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? What you gonna say? So I had to be a little different, say something just, some off the walls that just stood out. So I made my flow, my freestyles was a little more animated, nowadays time, I think about, I look at a lot of the music today, and you see a lot of it today still, where these guys, these rappers, they try to like say some animated punchlines or
the
something
most
like
far
that.
out, yeah.
But for me, man, I was way before my time. I was already saying that stuff, and it was on my mind. Like you said, who comes up and say something like,
trunk on the element. Nah, I'll never forget. I will never forget being in high school and hearing that. And I was like, man, what'd he say? Wait a minute, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause it was a CD that I would write. I say, man, what that boy say? I done popped trunk on an elementary kid. And that was the line. Like, that shit stood out amongst all my partners. When we all got together, that was one everybody was saying. Like, I done popped trunk on the elementary kid.
Yeah, because you got to remember the coach in H-Town, that's what we did. We come through swangers, the candy paint, you know what I'm saying, the trunk popping. If you ain't had nothing in the trunk, you know what I'm saying, you ain't doing nothing. So it had to be lit. But so you already know the coach was there for that. But it's like, okay, when you think about it, I'm going to come down, but I'm going to come down in a different way. I'm going to do something stupid, something ignorant. So when I said that bar, man, it was more like a freestyle. And when I put it together, man, it was like, man, it was epic. As I can remember, man, they playing that CD, that song over and over and over and over and over. So,
because that was the first before the Kappa, I want to say.
That was before the Kappa 2000.
Yeah. Was that? I want to say that was the first of that series, though. Was it any before the Kappas before that?
That was the first of the series.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
That was one of the first of the series, and then he came after the Kappa.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was like when Watts was doing those tapes, they was more like sequels. So yeah, that had to be one of the first ones, man. And that paint a picture itself.
Classic. I mean, on that same tape, you got that. You got Power Wall and Chameleon there with the explosive. Like, bro, that was a classic ass tape, man.
And then you had Watts. The thing about Watts, he used to do so good with the remixes. And
he had that thong song mixed up in there with all types of shit. And I remember he just was doing all kind of shit on there. Yeah,
he would bring some different type flavor in there. Like how, at the time, wrestling was getting popular. And I can remember like he would sample the rock, you know what I'm saying, in the intro.
Mm-hmm.
The rock says,
Yeah.
you know, just some different little new stuff, man. So watch experimented like that. But you definitely pop that CD in, man. It's like you get experience when you pop it in, man.
Yeah.
Think about the Kappa days and you know what we was doing at that time. You know what I'm saying? You got the Bad Bros, all right? When the Kappa was lit like that, you know, it was just turned up. And you couldn't go wrong when you got the right music with you. So there it was, man.
And too, you know, talk about it because we were talking a little bit off air, but you know what I'm saying, shout out Tum Tum, just like the influence of, like you talk about your style, you know what I'm saying, a lot of that was picked up by a lot of the Dallas artists. And they took that animated, you know what I'm saying, and did they thing, you know what I'm saying, did they rendition with it, man. Talk about how y'all were able to take that, because the SUC is SUC, but it was something about Swisha House, like y'all really were able to infiltrate Dallas, you know what I'm saying, and really just move around with that shit.
Man, you know, when I think about it, Donnie, first of all, man, I always got to know, I love to see the music going. I love to see the continue to surface and circle, recycle itself, man. So to see them brothers like DSR, shout out to George Lopez, shout out to Tum Tum, Big Tuck, Lil Ronnie, you know, all them bro, fat bastard, man. So just to see them pick up what we was doing, and it's like, hey, hold up, man, they way in another city, but you can hear yourself in them. You can hear that you influenced them. That just make me feel good just to know that they, you know, they took what you did and want to try to take it to another level. You know what I'm saying? So I always, like I say, man, I salute that, bro. I like to see the culture keep going. So then, like, when I was the first able to really just listen to them, and the people would say that, you know, they sound like y'all or they sound like you, or, you know, when I was able to first listen to what they were doing, man, I was like, I was kind of like glad because I was happy they appreciated the art, you know, and they kept it going. So when I first met them, man, it was more like a humble experience, you know what I'm saying, for them. But they, you know, sometimes they be feeling like you might be this way or that way. When you pull up, they're like, oh, okay, he cool in the mud, you know what I'm saying? So, man, I linked up with them off the muscle, man, because Dallas was like the second home to me, man. So I used to do so many shows out there. And they love that song, man, that the Pac-Man.
Yeah, Pac-Man freestyle.
They would sing that mode like Pocky is almost to the West Coast, man. They would know that song. I bar for bar, the crowd. And I didn't really know. It's crazy because, you know, when you in your hometown, they show love, but when you go out of town, they show
it's a different type of thing.
Love.
Yeah.
So H-Town to rap it. When you hear Dallas, man, they finna go off and go stupid with it about it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the experience that I got with them. So, man, them brothers, man, they always looked up or whatever, show love, man. And then I always reach out back to them, too, you know what I'm saying? I haven't really pulled up on Tom since I've been out, but we look forward to that. I'm finna go out there pretty soon and they got the show lined up. So that's my bro, man.
Yeah, shout out Tum Tum.
Tum.
Man, did you, because I know the other thing y'all did, too, at Swisha House was like, y'all, everybody kind of was having like stores and shit, and like, with y'all getting y'all music. Were you into that type of thing? Did you have like the stores as well? I know like everybody talked about how, man, we had our stores over here and this one had their stores and all that.
Yeah, man. That was, like I say, that was the era. That was the out of the trunk era, man. That was before like you could hit everything on the button and, you know, go to Spotify and all that.
You had to get that physical copy, man.
Right. That was the CD tape day. So I mean, you had your different little mom and pop stores. And the ones that would really just get artists in bulk, and, you know, they would distribute and be the most, you tend to believe that, yeah, that's my store because they deal with me. They want to, you know, it's almost like good customer service, you know what I'm saying? When you build that relationship, and then, you know, you come, you got a good product, and then they want to continue to mess with you. It's like, oh, yeah, we got a good relationship, so, yeah, that's mine right there, man. Y'all don't really go over there. That's, y'all stay away from the store. Yeah. So, you know, man, but it was our fun then, man. But it was so good back then, though, Donnie.
Were you able, because you were saying, like, how you kind of strayed in with the streets and all that, were you able to go full-fledged music once you got into the Swisha House, or you was still kind of just one foot in, one foot out?
My biggest downfall, Donnie. Trying to do music, trying to be this rapper, and trying to dibble and dab and do shit in the streets. That was my biggest downfall because I look at artists like your Power Walls and your Chameleon. When they was in the camp, man, them brothers was more focused, man, and, you know, they were more like on some, you know, I'm gonna be a rapper. I'm gonna be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? And my life story is different though. My lifestyle is different. You know what I'm saying? We all have different upbringings, maybe similar traits or whatever, but different upbringing. So for me to try to be, you know what I'm saying, I'm this rapper and this is what I'm rapping about, but the music game is paying, but baby, the streets is really paying a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? So it's more like when you addicted to that lifestyle, you addicted to, you know, the fast money, cars and clothes. So I became addicted to that, man, and I wanted more and more and more. And the rap wasn't moving fast enough for me like that. So it's more like, and then we got like a whole camp of us. So I'm like, you know, I can move this and move that, and you know what I'm saying, I can have money that way. And I ain't gotta like answer to no CEO, or the CEO ain't gotta answer me. I'm my own boss. So those was some of the traits that taught me early, man. The streets taught me how to be my own boss, but it was hard to balance though. It was hard to balance because you're gonna lose focus over here. How you gonna be able to come in the studio? How you gonna be able to be on time to do an interview, to whether you got a video shoot or whatever it may be? You might need to stay in the studio 24/7 to grind.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of like was slacking, slowing up on all that, you know. I just wanted to be that rapper that I was rapping about. And for me, when I was in the game was doing that for me, you know. So got some rappers that say they came in the game already with money before they even rap, like Jesus or whatever, man. But for me, man, that's pretty much what it was, man. But I don't regret nothing, you know what I'm saying? But I probably would do it a little better nowadays. Since I got another opportunity, I'm more focused now, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, Donnie, plan A, when you got plan A right here and then you got plan B can take away from plan A.
Definitely, most definitely.
So you gotta just be locked in. And,
you gotta choose a side.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what it was for me, man. I was too spread, and they couldn't really balance the two, man. So I tell artists, man, new artists, whatever, man, focus and just keep putting in work, man, and just be fearless, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. And
believe in yourself, man. When nobody else believe in you, believe in yourself, man. You might have to go through 99 doors and tell you that no, just to get that one. You know what I'm saying? To say one.
Yeah.
So that's how it is, man. Hard work, dedication, man.
Yeah. And like you said, I mean, even just that, just to kind of bring things all the way back full circle, you were saying, like, staying to those streets, is that what led to you ended up having to get the 50-year sentence and all that?
Facts, man. Stupid. Because, like, I remember that line Big say, man, more money, more problems, man. And that was stupid facts right there, man. So that's what happened with me. When you get money and then I'm young, I'm flamboyant, I want to show my money.
Yeah.
And it's like, everybody don't like that, don't it? To see a youngster shining, see you coming down, see all, you know what I'm saying, the broad bopping, and you know what I'm saying? They really, it's a lot of undercover jealousies, man, and envies in these streets. Streets don't love a soul, man. R.I.P. Chuck Trill, man.
Yeah.
But, so that's what it was for me, man. It really was like more like I was shining too hard. I'm like one of the originals, you know what I'm saying, that ever even put Lambo doors in the city on a truck. You know what I'm saying? I brought that to H-Town. That's facts right there.
What kind of truck was it?
Candy orange, Nav with the Zab Zoodles. Those on that. I was the first one to bring that to the city, man. But if you a youngster, you got NBA players, football players trying to buy your truck, you know you solid, man. You like, oh yeah, you stunting. You know what I'm saying? So I had a lot of niggas just fucking with me, really like just on the strength, man. You balling. I like what you're doing. So, man, you got haters that don't like that, man. And then you can pull up, parking lot, smash the parking lot, and just like all the girls just come to you. You ain't got to work hard. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do back then. But we call it parking lot pimping or whatever. But a lot of haters didn't like that, man. And that's what happened with me. I was more making myself a target instead of like, you know, sticking to the G code and do things the right way. But it's nothing wrong with having nice things. Don't get me wrong. It's about how you do it and how you have nice things. I think for me, man, I was stunting too hard on them, man. Put it in their face. And, you know, so a lot my situation. So yeah, that's what led me to the pen because that's what haters was trying to test me. Wanted to really see if I was about that life, man.
So it was an altercation, basically.
It was an altercation, and You try to play it cool and still try to keep everything, because H-Town, we play it, baby. Ain't no hating or whatever, but when you got so much hate on the other side, and it's like you trying to shake them, you trying to like, hey man, I see y'all over there, we keep on pushing, but no, they don't want that. They want more. They keep fucking with you, keep harassing you. So it's only so much you can take, man. So that's with me. I guess it was more like they wanted to test me, man, and see real about their life. But I felt that, what led me to the pen, man, it was necessary because I feel like if any time that you got somebody they go to you, Donnie, somebody pushing you and messing with you, man, you're supposed to protect yourself, man. So that's more about for me. But I didn't understand about being a good citizen, owned by a citizen. We keep it in the streets. We don't call the law. You know what I'm saying? We street niggas. So.
Cause what was it? Y'all got into it was like a club, and then it went off into the. It went out, into the highway or something like that, and.
Yeah, it escalated from the club. It started at the club, and we went on to. It was like a couple of gas stations. Everybody leave the gas station, whatever. From now, the drama kept going, and then
this time these people they following you.
Yeah, they would follow me. They would follow me, Donnie. And you know what I'm saying, and still you try to diffuse the situation like, man, I don't want no problems, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm always more of like peacemaker until like I push. So I push on, man, and that's what happened. They kept following, man. So it's in the streets, man. You know how the G code is, man. You know how it go, man. So
yeah.
So man, like I said, man, but the prosecutors didn't see it that way. They wanted to paint me as the bad guy, the aggressor. Even heard some rumors it was behind the Bro Slim.
And see that's one thing what I was getting at was that I want to clear it up is that it was interesting that Slim is the one who brought you to the Swisha House. You know what I'm saying? Put you in a position, and then the rumors come out that it was this guy was saying I guess on Slim's side or some shit. Y'all had some kind of beef.
Yeah, man. The streets, man. They gonna edge things up, and the naysayers and haters, man. But Slim always was my bro, man. We had a little differences, and a lot of people in the camp we had differences with, man. So around that time, everybody, just probably wasn't seeing eye to eye. But that don't mean that you don't mess with them, you know what I'm saying? Or you hate the brother, or you don't want to see him keep shining, nothing like that. So I never had that type of attitude towards him where I wanted something bad to happen to niggas because we ain't talking or whatever. So, man, just to hear those rumors kind of like mess you up. Like, dang, they'll edge it on. They want to see brothers, you know what I'm saying, against each other and all that there, but it wasn't that serious. Me and Slim had been squashed it.
So where would they come from? Why would they pull that? You know what I mean? Like, it just seems like.
Well, you had the CD, man. He had a CD, underground CD, man, and basically, we, with the music, we shoot slugs at each other,
Right.
So a person to take that because that night, whatever. I don't really remember hearing the CD or whatever, but it was supposed to be the song or whatever that he.
Oh, they was playing that trying to. Yeah, okay, I got you.
Try to edge me or whatever, but that's no truth. That's not the infallible truth. You know what I'm saying? Might be they truth, but not the infallible truth. So the prosecutors tried to use all that against me because of the testimony of the witnesses and tried to say that I had like some beef going on or whatever, and then they was, you know what I'm saying, and it was just a whole bunch of straight bullshit on it, you know what I'm saying? But like I say, man, me and the bro been cleared that up, man. That ain't wild. So, it's more like, man, it's me or you know what I'm saying? It's more like, I bought my business, y'all come over here fucking with me, man. I'm just trying to have a good time and get buddy, man. So, it's me. That's just part of the game, man. But prosecutors, they dirty, man. They didn't see it that way. They once you get in that courtroom, it get real.
Yeah.
They can find any little dirt or anything. It can be speculation, hearsay, whatever. They would try to use that to paint a picture and put it in the juror's mind. So that's what happened, man. And
so they painted you out as if you really had it out for this guy because of some beef over some music and all this other shit.
Yeah, like I was really like retaliating at them. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't even play out like that. And that's why, like I say, man, I don't mind sharing my story to clear the airways up, man, just to keep it real. That's what happened, man. And so man, today I'm a better man. I don't hold hard on nothing. You know what I'm saying? Nothing, no feelings or nothing. I paid my dues. I paid my debt. One wrong decision can cost you everything. probably for me, yeah, I probably could have done something a little different, you know, but I don't know, man. You never know until you're in that situation. So,
Looking back, how do you view your situation now?
today, man, it cost me a lot, Donnie, but I look at it like if I wouldn't have went through those things, I wouldn't be the man I am today. I wouldn't have a spirit of humility. I wouldn't have a right understanding. I wouldn't have this knowledge. I wouldn't have a lot of like forgiveness and love, man, in my heart. Because like when you deaf, dumb, and blind and don't have the knowledge of self, you lost, man. So I was more lost. So today's time, everything I went through was able to enlighten me. You know, so now I have principles and morals. And I had principles back then, but you really more stand on that now. Like the seriousness behind loyalty, love. You get to see it all, you know what I'm saying? Who was really there for you, who messed with you for what reason. Or, you know, you just get a different understanding of life. Even dealing with women, you get to understand them a little more now. That, you know, everybody, like, they say they love you or they gonna be dying for you, but will you really be dying for me? You know, through the thickness, through thin, through hard times. So it taught me a lot of lessons, man, even to love a little different and how to choose a girl or with all that bad I've been through. So I embraced that, though, because that's them scars right there. That's them scars that I always remember. Man, you went through that. You know what I'm saying? You got the scars to show it. But look where you at today. You know what I'm saying? So I don't too much focus on what's behind me, because that's like a rearview mirror. Rearview mirror is meant to see what's behind you. But you got that windshield, you get to see what's ahead. So that's where it's at for me, man. I just see what's up, what's ahead, man, and just mind my business, stay in my own lane, and keep mashing, man.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I'm
hear that.
saying?
So what's ahead for AD Green, man? What's next,
Oh,
man?
man,
What
where do I
we
start,
looking
Donnie?
forward to, man?
Where do I start, man? I gotta give a shout out to my PR also, man. You know what I'm saying? Nene, man, we've been working with them. She been really good, a manager and stuff like that. Man, I got so many shows lined up, man. The address is July the 17th. And that's my listener party, the return of the realest, man. You know what I'm saying? You already saw the heavyweight Pop Wild was on one of the tracks. I got some more music, man, about my life story that I'm talking about it now. It's called Lonely Nights and Cell. And I got another track, man, 5-track, man. Got a little H-Time flavor, little drip to it, and, you know, just some real, like, Lauryn Hill substance, you know what I'm saying? All mixed in the H-Time way. So I just got a lot of, like, music coming out, man, and a lot of shows. I'm going to be doing a Texas tour. We're going to go from H-Time, First Bleed, to City Show Love. Shout out to Boom, man, the Money Maker team. Shout out to the address, man, Mo and them out there, man. We're going to go through them first on the 14th, 10th to 17th. Then we headed to Dallas, man. Got to show up in D-Time, man. Go holler at Joy Lopez at the Broom Bazaar. They got a block party, car show. They go out there and do some music, do some tracks with a couple of artists and stuff, upcoming artists. Then from there, man, we're going to the Tone. We're going to go out to that essay, put on one time, man. From now, we going back to Corpus Christi, and that's going to be on the 22nd. So it's just a whole lot of work, man, just getting back out here, man. As soon as they took that Montauk, man, that was the only thing holding me, man. Now they got it off, man. I hit the ground running. Still doing the podcast, man, The Real Culture. That airs every Friday, man. Shout out to my co-hosts on there, man. Vic and John, man. What else I got? Oh, the book. The book about my life stories in the works too as well, man. I got to publish or whatever, man, and we doing some works behind the scenes with that. The name of the book is Broken Scars. And I wanted to put a date on it, but I haven't put no date on it yet till I know, but it is in the work. You know what I'm saying? And the documentary, The Last Walk, I think you saw a little bit of it on my page when I was coming out the walls and called it The Last Walk, man. And you know, other little things I'm doing also on the side, man. You know, I became a Forex trader. You know what I'm saying? I want it all, man.
Boys expanding that, yeah.
Man, I want it all, man. I want to try to sit with the master traders, man. So I became got partnered up with a group called Trade House. You know, man, and trying to see what's up with that, man. I'm just networking out here, man. Just working with different artists, man. And they say the sky's the limit, down there, but I say skies have no ceilings. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is for me, man. If you want to work with me, man, all you got to do Follow me, man, on I am AD Green. I'm on the gram. Click the link in the bio, the email and that, man, whatever, man. And I'm showing love. So y'all pull up on me, man. Get a hot verse from AD Green. Or whatever you want me to host, whatever, man. I'm working. Let's work.
Already, that's what it is. That's what it is, man. I appreciate you coming through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
It's Donnie Houston Podcast, AD Green.
Donnie
Hey,
Houston.
man, we out.